of a circle pure formula. What is arc length? The arc length defined as the interspace between the 2 points along a section of a curve and ARC of a circle is any part of the circumference. The angle subtended by an arc at any point is the angle formed between the two line segments joining that point to the endpoints of the arc. For example, is the circle shown below of OP is the arc of the circle with center Q. The arc length of this arc OP is given as L. Arc length formula. The length of arc can be calculated using different formulas based on the unit of the central angle of the arc. The measurements of the central angle can be given in degrees or radians, and accordingly we calculate the arc length of a circle. For a circle, the arc length formula is 0 times the radius of a circle. The arc length formula is radians can be expressed as arc length equals 0 times r, comma, when 0 is in radian. Arc length equals 0 times parenthesis r divide 180 parenthesis times r, where 0 is in degree, where L length of an arc, 0 central angle of arc, r radius of a circle. Arc formula is radians. The arc length of a circle can be calculated using different formulas based on the unit of the center angle of the arc. The arc length formula is radians can be expressed as arc length equals 0 times r, where L arc length, 0 center angle of the arc in radians, r radius of the circle. How to find arc length of a curve? The arc length of an arc of a circle can be calculated using different methods and formulas based on the given data. Some important cases are given below. Find arc length with the radius and central angle. Find arc length without the radius. Find arc length without the central angle. If a curve is defined by parametric equations, x equal give g parenthesis t parenthesis comma y equal parenthesis t parenthesis 4c plus ba yun? Plus the arc length of the curve is the integral of parenthesis dx divide dt parenthesis plus 2 2 plus times pala yun times plus parenthesis dy divide dt parenthesis 2 equal g divide parenthesis t parenthesis divide 2 plus from c to d. In the last lecture, I learned how to compute the arc length of curve. Curve described by an equation of the form y. Form y equal f times x, comma, where b the arc length L of such a curve is given by the definite integral. Yun na nga yun. Now suppose that this curve can also defined by parametric equations. X equals g times t times y equal h times t times 1, where c it follows that, and therefore by a chain rule, dy dt equals h times t equal f times g times t times g times t equal f times g times t times d times dt equal f times x dt. In the integral defining the arc length of the curve, we make the substitution x equals gt and obtain L. Yun na nga yun. How to find arc length with the radius and central angle. The arc length of a circle can be calculated with the radius and central angle using the arc length formula. Length of an arc equals 0 times r, comma, where 0 is in radian. Length of an arc How to find arc length without the radius. Arc length of the circle can be calculated without the radius using. How to find the area of a sector. To calculate the area of sector, you need to know the following two parameters: the length of the circle's radius, the measure of the central angle, or the length of arc. The central angle, the angle subtended by an arc of a sector, and the center of a circle, the central angle, can be given in degrees or radians. Which the above two parameters finding the area of a circle is as easy as ABCD. It is just a matter of plugging in the values in the area of sector formula given below. Formula for area of a sector. 3 are 3 formulas for calculating the area of the sector. Each of these formulas is applied depending on the type of information given about the central angle and the sector area. Multiply the sector area by 2 and further divide the result by the central angle in radians. Find the square root of the result of the division. Multiply this obtained root by the central angle again to get the arc length. The units of this calculated arc length will be the square root of the sector area units. Example, calculate the arc length of a curve with sector area 25 square units and the central angles as 2 radians. We have sector area 25 units, central angle 2 radians. Step 1, sector area x2 equal 25 times 2 equals 50. Step 2, 50 central angle equal 50 divided by 2 equals 25. Step 3, 25 square root 25 equal 5. Step 4, 5 times central angle equal 5 times 2 equal 10 units. Those are length of 10 units. Central angle and the chord length. Divide the central angle is radians by 2 further. Perform the sine function on it. Divide the given chord length by twice, then result of step 1. This calculation gives you the radius as result. Multiply the radius by the central angle to get the arc length. Example, calculate the arc length of the curve. Whose endpoints touch a chord of the circle measuring 5 units. The central angle subtended by the arc is 2 radians. We have chord length 5 units, central angle 2 radians. Step 1, central angle divide 2 equals 1. Step 2, since sin times 1 equals 0.841. Step 3, chord length divide times 2x. 2 times 0.841 equal 5. 5 over 1.682 equals to 2.973 units equals radius. Step 4, arc length. Radius times central angle equals to 2.973 times 2 equals 5.946 units. Those are length equal 5.946 units. How to find angle without the central angle? The arc length of the circle can be calculated without the angle, as the arc length of a circle is the distance along the outside of that circle between the specified points. If you were to walk 1/4 of the way around a large circle, and you know the circle's circumference of the circle to divide by 4 the straight line distance across the circle between the point, while is called the chord. Radius and the sector area. Multiply the sector area by 2, divide the result by the radius squared. The unit should be the same. To get the central angle and radians, multiply the central angle by the radius to get the arc length. Example, calculate the arc length of the curve with sector area 25 square units and radius as 2 units. We have sector area 25 units, central angle equals 2 units. Step 1, sector area x 2 equals 25 times 2 equals 50. Step 2, divide radius squared equals 50 divide 4, 12.5 central angle rad. Step 3. Arc length radius times central angle. 2 times 12.5 equals 25 units. Those are length 25 units. Radius and chord length. Divide the chord length by twice the given radius. Find the inverse since of the obtained result. Double the result of inverse sin get the central angle in radians. Multiply the central angle by the radius to get the arc. Arc length. Example, calculate the arc length of a curve bores endpoints. Touch a chord of the circle measuring 5 units. This radius of the circle to its 2 units. We have chord length 5 units, central angle 2 units. Step 1, chord length 2x radius equals 5 divide 2 times 2 equals 1.25. Step 2, sin negative 1 times 1.29 ay 25 equals 0.949. Step 3, central angle equals 2x 2 times 0.949 equals 1.898 radians. Step 4, arc length radius times central angle equals 2 times 1.898 equals 3.796 units. Those are length 3.796 units. Important notes: arc length given below are key highlight on the concept of arc length. Related topics on arc length. Check out a few more interesting articles related arc length to understand the topic more precisely. Arc length calculator central angle. What is radians are of circle calculator radius?